Rockets in wonderful Houston, Texas. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. We've got a chance here to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Portland. Lillard at the point is C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Henderson out there with Aminu, and it's Plumlee in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names.
Boy, that was a violent throw down there.
You're telling me.
I mean, it's almost like he doesn't like the rim.
Here's Harden. It's blocked. Here's Aminu. Another shot. They get it back. And it's blocked. Puts up the baby hook. Nice touch on the bank shot.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Onianis passes to Beverly. Howard against Henderson. And it's blocked. But they recover it. It's Harden with the drive. And he dunks it down.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
There's the pass to Plumlee. Kicks it out to Lillard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
And the basket by Harden. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. McCollum. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. As magical as the 2014 playoffs were for the Blazers, remember they beat Houston in that first round, that great shot by Lillard late to win it and move on. 2015, not as much. You know, Greg, they drew a very tough Memphis team, as you recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about styles making fights. Very similar in this series. They would go on to drop the first 3 games before being bounced, but still a good showing for a team that struggled mightily down the stretch with injuries.
5 on the clock. And Beverly kicks to
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Houston moving it around. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. He trains the quick shot. Houston leading by 5. And Beverly kicks to Howard. Back to Beverly. Trying to find Harden, and he's got it now. Down low. Passes it to Beverly. It's Harden with the drive. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Henderson dishes to Lillard. Feeds to Plumlee. From 12 feet out. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Seems every season, Clark, you hear the same thing. Portland Trailblazers had to deal with some tough injuries.
Kevin, it appears as though it might actually be a curse. I don't like to use that word, but the history of this team and injuries is as unique as any in the league. Last year, no different.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Capella's checked in. Beasley comes in for Onianis. Corey Brewer's checked in for James Harden. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly.
And with the Blazers and injuries, even when they fought through pain, guys weren't at 100%. Aldridge wasn't quite the same with his hand injury.
Here's Brewer. Launches a three. That one goes. Count.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
That's a two from Lillard. Offensive rebound. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
Absolutely stone cold at the line thus far.
And they need every point they can muster right now. They've got to cash in here.
McDaniels is checked in for Trevor Ariza. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Lillard. 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Terry the pass to Beasley. Plumlee with some nice D.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Houston on top, up by 4. And we'll be back with you right after this. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Houston.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Plumlee out there with the Aminu, and it's Henderson in it, the 3 set.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
Lillard outside. Fires it up. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Still trailing, but their offense is off life support here in the second quarter. It's got a pulse.
Good point, Clark. They're starting to make some shots, looking to try and get back in this one.
Now here's Terry. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Boy, last year the Rockets dealt with a lot of injuries. I mean, the front court and post players were hit the hardest. I think almost every Rocket big would end up missing some time.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And last season, GA, as you were talking about, the injuries for the Rockets did pile up. Dwight Howard was out. Terrence Jones was out. They missed those guys for multiple games.
Yeah, and that hurt them inside. But also, remember, Beverly goes down right before the playoffs. So in all, the Rockets had 180 missed games on their roster due to injury. Amazing they stayed so resilient and were able to capture that 2 seed.
Houston making some changes. Josh Smith, he's checked in for Beasley. Ariza comes in for Corey Brewer. And it's James Harden in for KJ McDaniels. And a switch here also for Portland. Kaman's checked in. Last season, Portland won the Northwest Division and had a good year, certainly, but they had some issues when they were the away team on the road and away from the Rose Garden. They had some problems.
Yeah, actually played under 500 on the road, Kevin. Something you rarely see out of a team that wins 51 games.
Nice shot by Terry.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And as you said with the Blazers, they were the only team to win 50 games and still lose more than they won on the road. Last team to do that was the 2013 Denver Nuggets. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
And we saw a similar first-round exit for the Blazers in that 2013 Nuggets team. If the Blazers want to go deeper this season, they'll need to be much tougher on the road.
Here is Harden. 8 points for him. To the inside. Makes it off the glass. Harden's got 10.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half. And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
The shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. For the Rockets, Capella's checked in, and it's Montejunas in for Smith. And Lillard kicks to Anderson. Here's Kaman. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Now, here's Beverly. And it's blocked. And another fast break for Portland. The Trailblazers running. And the basket by Lillard. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Portland.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And it's Kaman missing.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
The Trailblazers have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. And that one's good. McCollum's got the lead up to 3 now for Portland.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly. So for the Rockets, Michael Beasley. He's checked in for Montejunas. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's McDaniels in for James Harden. Now here's Henderson. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Came in a screen. Henderson dishes to Aminu. And again, it's Portland converting.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
And Beverly kicks to Capella. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Clock at 6. Here's Brewer. That's good. Brewer's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, how about the floater there? Nice drop.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Trailblazers lead by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Trailblazers leading by 3. Modiunas and Howard the post pair. Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. And it's Ariza in a small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Came in a screen on Ariza. And here's McCollum for 3. The shot no good. And it's Houston the other way. From the wing. The putback. And Howard with the stuff.
No tip required when you've got room to make the stuff.
Yeah, some powerful second chance points right there.
Yeah, and guys, not wasting any time. Just straight back up with it.
Henderson kicks to McCollum. Shoots it. Deflects the pass. Shot clock at 5. Here's Lillard. That one a little long. The Rockets trail.
Yeah, the Rockets were able to make it to the 2nd spot in the West at the very end of the season. Actually came down to the last day. They could have ended as low as 6 going into the final games. That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Harden kicks to Beverly. And it's sent back by Kaman. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Henderson with the ball.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Well, Portland had another strong season against the rest of the West. Ended up with a record of 31-21 in the conference, and that was good enough to earn them the 4th spot in the West.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Portland did end up 4th in the West, as you said, Greg. You're talking about that, and their 31-21 in conference record was the exact same as it was at the end, Clark, of the 2014 season.
Well, actually, Portland won more games in 2014 than they did last season. Ended up 4th in the conference, mostly because of how they won their division.
Another miss by Houston.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
But they get it back. Lillard from outside. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. He always knows where his teammates are going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Harden, no good.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Kaman passes to Aminu. And here's McCollum for 3. Rockets trailed by 7. Here's Beverly. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Beverly's got 8 points.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Lillard attacking. Off target at the rim. The 3. Again, the miss by Harden.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
2 shots.
Well, looking back on last season, you could see the Rockets were tough at home. They just were relentless at going at teams.
Yeah, how about a 30-11 record last year? And a lot of close ones for them, but that home crowd at times could just really will them to victory.
As it did help in the series against the Clippers last year in the playoffs.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Terry against Lillard. And, ooh, he just jams it right over Dwight Howard. Oh, my goodness.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
And it's Terry off the drive.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
KJ McDaniels, he's checked in for Houston. And both free throws good for Terry.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And that one's good. McCollum's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
Here's Crabbe. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Rockets trail by 10. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Chris Kaman. And it's Crabbe in at the 3. Lillard against Beverly. Pass to McCollum. Pulls up on the wing. They retain possession. They recover it. Kaman. The slam dunk by Aminu.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Yeah, those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
The Rockets shooting under 40% all in all for the game. And the jam by Harden.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Lillard dishes to Crabbe. Back to Lillard. Beyond the arc. That's good. Lillard's got 21.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
Timeout called, the Rockets. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Rockets coach had some advice for the team over that last break. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets them going.
Dishes it to Crabbe. Lillard attacking. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
That free throw good from Lillard. Rockets trail by 14. Over in the corner, Beverly. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 6. From the arc. And good on the basket. Book it. Harden's got 10 points here in the second half.
Nice stroke from long range, and if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
Here's Lillard. Here's Aminu. And he dunks it down. That gives him a double-double in this one. 11 points and 11 rebounds.
And the second chance becomes a dunk we could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on a play.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Guys, it's been their weakness to this point in the game, but they're still alive.
Lillard on top, defended by Beverly. Here's Crabbe, offline with his 3. Rockets trailed by 13. From deep Harden, here's Howard, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Beverly against Lillard. 9 feet out. Not enough on that one as it misses. Houston now, time running out. Here's Harden. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Al-Farouq Aminu. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
The Rockets making a switch here. Monty Eunice has checked in. And here we go. Beverly heading to the... Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
Tipped away.
Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Here's Aminu. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And the Trailblazers lead by 9. And Beverly kicks to Howard. Here's Ariza. Out to the right wing. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Crabbe kicks to Lillard. The feed now to Crabbe. And it's off from three-point range. Ariza at the elbow.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Trevor Ariza. 2 shots.
Ariza hits them both. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's deflected. Here's Brewer. No good. And so it's Portland winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. See you later.
darkness. Nah, yo, look towards the light. Yo, what is that? It's a supernova. Nah, man, that's a black hole. Yo, it's...